Hey church, Pastor Alan, First United Methodist Church, Georgetown. I want to share a video update with you, share some announcements and some things that are coming up that I'm excited about. To start with, this week I'm on my study retreat. I'm here in Hunt, Texas on the Guadalupe River. It's a place that I kind of get away a couple times a year to work on sermons and work on calendaring and do some reading. It's really a gift to me and has been for, about 12 years now in my ministry. I want to start with an exciting announcement. We've hired part-time someone new, and I want to share about this. This is someone that has worked with the Texas Methodist Foundation. This is someone that has worked at Southwestern University, is an alum of Southwestern, and someone that has worked at the Wesleyan down the street on Williams Drive. Some of you already know who this is, but if you don't, you're going to get the chance to meet Georgianne Hewitt. Georgianne Hewitt is coming onto the staff part-time, and she's going to serve two big needs in our congregation. The first is as a care advocate. We have many members in our congregation that are entering into seasons of transition in their lives. They're asking hard questions about where should I live? Is it time to move to senior living, to independent living? They're asking these questions about their spouse. And we need to be a church that can surround these people with resources and with care and support as they go through these transitions in their lives. We also have members whose parents are at that stage. Parents are asking those questions. And so Georgianne is going to bring her wide experience in this area to help resource the congregation, to help us through these transitions, and to be an advocate for the members of our church. I'm excited about this need. This is something that Kathy and Tina and I and others have noticed, even here in the last year, that this has been something that we need. I want to mention, as we talk about hiring Georgianne as a care advocate, that this is in no way replacing Kathy Pina, who Kathy is a beloved staff member of the church. Does so much for congregational care, working one-on-one with people, working with our prayer shawl ministry, our PALS ministry. And so this is not in any way to replace her. This is in addition to. The second need is someone on Sunday morning to help us through our 3 services. With Pastor Jim retiring, and right now he's in Scotland, we needed someone to come in to fill in some pieces from time to time. And so we're going to start a liturgist position on Sunday morning. A liturgist would be a lay person who helps us with the calls to worship, with the prayers, with the offering prayers, the greetings, those kinds of things. And for the most part, Georgianne will serve as that liturgist. You'll also continue to see some of our other volunteers and helpers fill in as needed, but Georgianne will be that familiar face that's in the chancel. Mostly you'll see her in the sanctuary, but she will peek across the street into the contemporary MCMC space from time to time. As I've been hearing questions about Pastor Jim's retirement, some things have come to the surface. I wanted to make sure and remind ourselves that Jim was not an appointed pastor at First United Methodist Church. That's just a different setting. It's a different hire. We, the church, hired Jim almost as a retired pastor. And so it was a little bit different for us. When I arrived in July of 21, we had one appointed clergy to the church. That was myself. And we began to see the need for another appointed clergy, and we brought on Pastor Tina towards the end of 2022. And so there's also a history in the church over the many, many years of having more than 2 appointed staff, but that's been some time. So I just wanted to kind of remind ourselves that Jim was not an appointed clergy, and we saw the value in having him with us, and so we paid for his compensation out of our reserves for a time. So just some of that information as I've heard questions from you. But we are just incredibly excited to hire Georgianne. Pastor Jim and I had been thinking, wouldn't this be great to find a place for Georgianne for quite some time, and now, alongside Tina in many conversations, we bring her on. I want you to welcome Georgianne this Sunday. She will be with us here for worship. I want to give a building committee update. The last update that we gave in June, we said that we had just started with our architects. The architect group is GFF. Since then, we have interviewed and hired a project management firm to work alongside us through these projects. We hired a group called CPM. CPM is out of Austin, and they've already begun working with us and the architects. We have meetings every other week as we're beginning to finalize which projects will take priority and getting some pictures, images to share with the congregation. I can't wait to share with you some of the images and pictures that we've started to see. And the dreams and the ideas and the things that have come through this long series of conversations and planning. We have plans to begin to share those in early November. I'm not quite yet to the date, not quite to the place to share the exact date yet, but keep your ears and eyes open for that. Early November, we'll start having informational update meetings. We'll have the building committee there. We'd even like to go to the Wesleyan and find some time to meet with our friends out that way. So that is an update about the building committee. Things are rolling in that area. Since our last update, we launched Youngish. There's so much excitement around what's going on with Youngish. This is a new young adult-ish ministry where we have launched a men's Bible study and a women's Bible study. Here in just a couple of weeks, on September 29th, will be their first gathering for barbecue and playground and picnic. It'll be after church on September 29th. It's called Holy Smoke. And I know that there's a group of folks that are really excited about a new grill that's been purchased. And there's just a lot of energy around all the young folks that we're seeing at the church. It's such a joy to have them here. We want to find places for them to connect. A few announcements about our 175th celebration. If you're interested in Georgetown history, if you're interested in the members that have raised this congregation over the last 175 years, there is a cemetery tour happening September 28th. That will be at 4 p.m. at the IOOF Oddfellows Cemetery. That will be a unique experience. If you're interested in that, I don't think there's any sign-ups. We just show up there on September 28th at 4 o'clock at the cemetery to learn some history. A couple days later, on September 30th, that's a Monday evening at 6 p.m., the men are gathering to have a men's barbecue. So men, we're calling you to the barbecue. There's already 63 people signed up for this, and we've still got about a week and a half. So this is exciting. September 30th, 6 p.m., Monday night. If you're a big NFL fan, a Monday Night Football fan, I looked it up, y'all. The Titans are playing the Dolphins that night. I don't know too many of you that are really pumped up about the Titans playing the Dolphins. You can record it. You can TiVo it, right? Speaking of men, the United Methodist Men's Golf Tournament, our annual golf tournament, is coming up on October 28th, and I know they would love your support for that. It will be at Star Ranch. There are forms for teams in the office, and you can find that information online. Of course, all of this, the 175th celebration, the committee's work, everything we've been doing all year long is heading towards October 20th. That will be our big celebration day. October 20th, don't miss that Sunday at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. We'll have two services, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. They will look the same, and they will be in our sanctuary. So all the times are being a little adjusted. We're going to have music from the choir, music from the stirring. It's going to be all of us together, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. You're going to want to get there early for those. They're going to be full. In between services and after services, there's going to be activities and things to do outside. It's just going to be great. A big celebration, October 20th. And then finally, I noticed this morning, friends, that it was a little cooler outside as I came outside my cabin. And that reminds me of fall. And fall reminds me of pumpkins. So friends, the pumpkins are coming. They're on their way. This is a fundraiser for the church, for our youth ministries, our children's ministries, for our mission ministries, but more importantly, it's a way for us to engage our community. It's a way for us to be here for them. It's also a great way to get to know some other people in your church, to volunteer and sit down with a couple of people that you may not have met and get to know them. And so the pumpkins are coming, October 9th. In the afternoon, October 9th, the pumpkins are coming for the unload, and then you can sign up for a 2-hour shift to be in the pumpkin patch, to help with sales, to help with all the things that are needed there. You can sign up now. You can go to FUMCGT.org/upcoming events. At the upcoming events page, if you scroll down a little bit, about the third line, as I saw it this morning, because there's so many things going on, is Pumpkin Patch, and you can click on Register. That'll take you to a Sign Up Genius where you can have first pick on the volunteer spots. All right, friends, that's 2 pages of notes about what's going on in your church. It is so exciting to be here, to be in ministry with you. What a joy it is in this season of what God is doing at First United Methodist Church, Georgetown. I asked this morning, and I was told there's 82 people that have joined the church in 2024. And wouldn't it be great to get that number over 100? We've just got new people coming in. There's new energy, new excitement, new ministry. So much that I have a hard time keeping up with it all. And I know some of you do too. Please let us know if you have any questions about anything we shared. You can schedule an appointment with me. You can come into the office. You can email us. Let us know. Friends, it's good to give you an update. We're at 12 minutes again. We did it. Have a great, great day, and we'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye.